Are we live? Are we live? I haven't read a newspaper in such a long time. I'm so excited about it. There's a new newspaper in town, the Fresno Times, and I stopped buying and reading that other newspaper. I don't even know if they're still in business. I heard they went bankrupt, or maybe they're gone altogether. I don't know. But the Fresno Times is here, and I'm holding it in my hand. It feels so good. And we have the publisher of the Fresno Times here, Terry Wild. Welcome.
Thank you,
Terry. Wow, brand new newspaper. How long has it been out?
Well, our first issue was October.
Okay.
August, and now we're doing September, and then we're going to be weekly the first of the year.
First of the year. So you're doing maybe one a month for a little while?
Yeah. Or two. We're hoping for two in October.
Two a month. And just, it takes a lot to build up a newspaper. I studied journalism in college, and every person in our journalism class, they're all starting newspapers. You know, this is in the 70s, I hate to say, or in the 80s. Right. And I used to say back then, I said, wait a minute, I don't think newspapers is as much about news as it is advertisers, because without advertisers, how do you pay to print the news, right?
Exactly.
So that's a good way to do it. Start building up, and then first of the year go to every day.
Yeah. We're starting out with 12 pages, for example.
Nice.
Well, that means we can't do a lot of the kinds of sections that people want to see in a newspaper, so it's a progressive thing that we can do over time and expand it based on advertising and subscriptions.
Now, one reason I stopped reading the other newspapers, for one thing, sometimes they don't even tell the truth in it. So, you know, it's a surprise. Journalism, you think that have strong ethics to be sure to tell the truth, even if it's one side or another, tell the truth. But they seem to get further and further from that.
Well, that has created the need for the Fresno Times. It's because of that we felt we wanted to put this paper out and tell people the other side of the story.
Okay. And sometimes it'll just take telling the truth to get the other side out, you know?
Yeah.
So, now, a lot of writers. I was noticing a lot of bylines in there. You got a lot of people involved?
We do, and we need more. Okay. You know, the whole point of the paper is to give people a voice in the community. We report the news fair and balanced, but our editorial viewpoint is conservative. Okay. So it really fills a need in our county for people who want to read the perspective of the conservative viewpoint and get the truth.
Yeah. Well, I think that shows a lot of integrity to be right out and say, hey, we're from this side, instead of acting like the other newspaper, oh, we're impartial, but it obviously come from way to the left.
It's stunning.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, speaking of that, and by the way, if you're watching from home, my parents are watching. We're not sitting right by each other. We're separated, so about 10 feet apart here, trying to stay safe. So let's talk about the big elephant in the room, the COVID virus. Do you know anybody who has it?
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I do know one person.
One person, yeah, that's
just,
me.
Yeah.
Me too, just one person. So, I mean, it's supposed to be pretty pervasive. And I know in our part of the city over here in the tower, they're very strict on us wearing the masks and stuff. But you're out more toward Clovis, and they don't really stick to that too much, right?
Well, I think the general feeling is that we're being played.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real virus. It's interesting to know where it came from, because now there's a credible source that's reporting nationwide that she was part of the team in China that developed this whole program, and that was intentionally developed and intentionally released.
Right.
So that would be interesting to confirm. But whatever the origin was, the virus is real, but it doesn't justify shutting down our state, shutting down our country.
An entire economy.
And we have a group in Fresno now called Open Up Fresno, and we have about 15,000 people that are going to protest and march at City Hall on Monday, and we plan to open up on Monday, the 1st of October,
yeah, a
and
whole
march
bunch of
on
businesses
Monday.
are just going to open and say, that's it, we've had it.
We're just opening.
If you want to come after us, but there's a lot of us, right?
And they want to do it safely. They're going to observe the protocol, but I think we have to question whether our rights are our rights or not.
Right.
And and whether this justifies suspending our rights and possibly eliminating them.
Well, rights go both ways. You have a right to go into a restaurant or not to go in. If you think it's unsafe for you, you have a right not to go in. You don't have to go in. My favorite place to go is Planet Fitness. I love to go to the gym in the mornings, and they reopened for a little while. It was so clean and safe. Everybody stayed far apart, and every time we used a piece of equipment, you wash it off and everything. And then a couple weeks later, they closed it again, and it just didn't make sense to me.
I agree with you. It should be up to us whether we want to be exposed, whether we want to take that risk, whether we want to wear a mask. It's our choice.
Yeah. And so it'll be very interesting to see what happens October 1st. It might catch on across the country.
Well, the other thing is we're determining whether or not the people who are making this policy deserve to be in office.
Yeah.
So the time has come when we're saying, let's get rid of some people, let's vote them out. We don't like the way they've made this decision. It isn't fair, it isn't balanced, it doesn't take into consideration people's livelihoods, their businesses. People have had their liquor license taken away, and nightclubs are being shut down, and people can't support. One club that I know of in town has 300 employees.
Yeah.
And they're all out of work and out of money.
Right.
So it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this area, and by the way, you can see we're in the Tower District here. You can see the tower in the background, some of the familiar buildings and stuff. It's all restaurants here. All these people are out of work. It's just incredible.
They are.
Yeah. So who knows where it'll end? But let's bring it back to the subject. There's a forum now where people can read another side to things and learn and maybe even write for the other side, and that is the Fresno Times, new newspaper in town. And by the way, what is the Liberty Coalition?
Liberty Coalition is an organization that helps promote and establish Christian Judeo values in politics. Okay. So we're looking to find people that are running. For example, Kevin Cookingham is running for Congress, and we want to support him, so we're putting our time and resources into supporting him because he represents our values.
Yeah, and Kevin's been here quite a few times, and we support him. And I went to high school with them, Clovis High, the greatest high school of all time, so we love Kevin. We hope he does well.
Well, we're going down the downstretch right now, and he can win this election. Yeah. He can win this election if people are willing to support him. And he's looking for volunteers, he's looking for money, he needs help. And if people do that, then we could get that seat in Congress.
Yeah, it's there for the taking. But it takes the people. I mean, Kevin can't do it alone. He's going to need a lot of help. Yeah, need a lot of help. Now, let's talk about the Fresno Times. There's a website, I believe. It's thefresnotimes.com.
Yes.
Okay. And also Twitter, maybe, and Facebook and these different
Instagram,
social media platforms. So go check out the FresnoTimes.com. Learn about it. You can subscribe right there at the site, I believe. And there's an online edition.
Now, our online site is still being constructed. It's going to be ready to the first of the month.
Okay.
We're really excited about that. Okay. It's a dynamic, high-tech, digital website that's going to be able to give people information through the computer, handheld, telephone, very effectively.
Okay, we are running out of time. I'm getting the signal. There's that's the digital version online. So go check it out. Subscribe. If you want something like this in your town, you got to support it. It's not $1 million to support it. You subscribe. It's like not that much a month. I saw it, but I don't remember what that is now.
Well, it's $12.50 a month for the digital subscription, but check out our rewards program because that can save you hundreds of dollars. Okay. It's a very good, effective rewards program.
Yeah, if we want things like this in our community, nice things with alternative viewpoints to take a look at from what we've been used to, we need to support it. These things don't come for free. I know Terry's probably buried to his eyeballs in financing this thing. I know because we have CentralValleyTalk. We kind of go the same way, and we appreciate when people support us. So go support the Fresno Times. We're out of time. Anything else you want to add?
No, I just want people to read our paper and give us their comments and thoughts and feelings, how we can serve them best.
All right, very good. And it is Terry Wild, the Fresno Times, one of the most exciting things we've heard in a long time in Fresno media. So we appreciate you going out there and doing this. And I know it takes a lot of work, effort, and money, and I'm glad you're doing it.
Thank you, Mike.
Terry
Appreciate
Wild, Fresno Times. We'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.